looking for their next victim. Lakers, Warriors, coming up next. It's Saturday night and live, and on paper, Craig, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Outside, the wings are Reeves and James. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the point guard. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Reeves. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Reeves has got his second basket of the night.
And the passing instincts of James are just unreal. He has that great sense for when and where to send the ball.
Now, here's MP. Jackson Davis finds MP. Shot clock at 5. That's a 2 from Butler. With the clock winding down, and that one is stuffed right through.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
And here is MP. His offensive numbers jump right off the screen at you. He's averaging over 29 points a game. And Curry has it in the corner. From the arc, a nice shot by Moody.
Nice possession. MP giving him a great look there.
Lakers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr. We talked about the strategy for taking on a guy like Luka Doncic. He told me that the thing is Luka steals all the attention out there, which allows his teammates to find open looks, so we're not going to let him distract us on defense. So it sounds like they'll be focusing on defending against Luka and company, not just Luka. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Just 2 to shoot. Yep, that one goes in there.
And the shooting mechanics of Curry, they are as pure as anybody who's ever played. He's such a dangerous shooter and scorer.
Here's Reeves. He has 7. Yep, that one goes.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Here's MP. Stolen by Reeves. The 3 for Doncic. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Clark, what is it about Austin Reeves' style of play that makes him such a good scorer?
I love the fact that he can change pace with the dribble. You know, he's not super fast, but he's not slow either. What he is shifty and smart. He's got good size, good ball skills, and he's got a nice mid-range jumper. All of that allows him to keep defenders off balance.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with this team. And the Warriors with some changes. Kuminga comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for MP. And the Warriors leading by 4. So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter. They've got Shake Milton. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Connect. And it's Reeves in at the shooting guard position. Back to Jackson Davis. Kuminga the pass to MP. Clock at 4. Puts it up. And it falls over the rim and in. MP's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Warriors. Here's Milton. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Vanderbilt's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Podziemski hits them both. And one thing the Lakers are so adept at, Greg, inverting their sets to have different players start the action.
Yeah, it takes a high level of basketball IQ to do that on the fly. Makes defending the Lakers a nightmare. You never know how they'll attack you.
Some big news coming in from around the NBA. We welcome in our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's on the phone with the latest story. Shams?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. As the trade deadline gets closer, it's the Spurs front office making things happen. They've secured Brook Lopez, who could be a major asset for them. Perimeter shooting, high-level defense, rebounding, rim protection. Lopez does it all. They really believe adding him into their front court will elevate their game on both ends.
Thank you for the insight, Shams. Much appreciated.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against the Bulls was tremendous. He scored 21 points and he capitalized quite a few times from distance, which was huge. Once again, he got into a rhythm and there was nothing anybody could do to stop him. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Yeah, he was very assertive in that last game, making things happen.
Absolutely made his presence felt. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get it going early here tonight.
Yeah, I agree. They really need him. I mean, they need his energy and they need his talent on the floor.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Butler is checked in for Golden State. LeBron's checked in for the Lakers. Luka Doncic comes in for Shake Milton. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Butler kicks to MP. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Pass to Kuminga. MP against Doncic. MP and good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
And here is Vanderbilt. LeBron outside. The Lakers get it back in a new 14.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Some changes for Golden State. Kevon Looney is checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Moody comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. And Stephen Curry subbed in for MP. Connect, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Greg, you think about oversight. Some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Warriors on top. They lead by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot run live.
Thanks for being with us. First off, how about we start with an update on the All-Star voting?
Man, we've talked about it so much, hard to believe we're almost an All-Star weekend.
I'm interested to see which new faces make it this year. This first All-Star game for a player really memorable. And now, guys, let's talk about these Warriors and this close game they find themselves in.
They've been choosy when hunting for shots, guys. I like that. Trying to capitalize on every single possession.
Yeah, you love the consistency in their approach. Really methodical. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Austin Reaves really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's MP. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Moody in at the three, the small forward. So that's the group out there for Golden State. LeBron outside. Back to Doncic. Lets the three fly. The Warriors pull it in. Jackson-Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. MP finds a gap, and they pick up 2. And now it's a 9-point Warrior lead.
The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
Here's Reaves. That one is good again. He's 6 straight from the floor with the basket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Reaves against MP. And Curry has it in the corner. Great, you look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it. A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Pass to Moody. Back to MP. Baseline try. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. That one falls.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
2 minutes.
Reaves the pass to Vanderbilt. Back to Reaves. And the rejection by MP. To the middle. Doncic finds Reaves. That one goes. Count it. Reaves has got 20.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And the Warriors with a completely new fight. Timeout called by Steve Kerr. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Lakers trail by 9. And Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Ditto to that, Kevin, because he is unique. His pace is never hurry. He never gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I'd like to see, but he's strong, he's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all three levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Using his athleticism, MP with the play.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
Doncic passes to Reeves. Doncic with a screen for Reeves. Back to Doncic. A three-pointer is right on target. Doncic has got 7 points.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Jared Vanderbilt. Shake Milton.
Lakers trail by 8. Here's Reeves. 20 points for him. Vanderbilt with it. Pass to Reeves. Here's Hachimura. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's MP making things happen for the Golden State Warriors. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We come back right after this. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Connect out there with Shake Milton. And it's Hachimura in its center.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
MP deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 6. Back to Moody. Golden State needs to get off a shot. There's Kuminga. No good with the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Connect with a wide open look. No good on the three.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's MP. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And this is the thing about MP. He has the poise to take high percentage shots.
Down low, here's LeBron, and the dunk by James.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
It's Curry outside. Curry from 3.
Off a pass, Steph Curry. That one is always going in, or almost always going in.
LeBron kicks to Hachimura. Pass to James. From deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Kuminga's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Kuminga. The Lakers also changing it up. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Rui Hachimura. Austin Reeves comes in for Connect. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Shake Milton. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. We'll see if those words work, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Pass to Curry. Back to MP. Nice move. MP strong inside.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Doncic with it. Covered by MP. And Hayes throws it down.
Doncic, so multifaceted. A stat sheet stuffer supreme. He does everything, including dropping dimes.
Outside Curry. Back to MP. Outside Curry. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists tonight.
This is exactly the kind of unique range that Curry has. I mean, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to get up on it.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Back to MP. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Moody. And another 3 for Golden State.
MP doing a nice job orchestrating the offense. Excellent find.
And Reeves has got the ball here for Los Angeles. They trail by 16. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Warriors.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
MP, no good. And here is Los Angeles now. It's a 16-point game. Bounce pass from Reeves. Now, here's Doncic. He's tightly guarded. James gets the bucket.
Luka's so smart to get other guys involved in the action. Very good at not forcing it and trying to do everything himself.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're up by 13. What do you think, guys?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure they needed this timeout, quite honestly. Perhaps a water break?
.27 seconds left in the fourth. Back to MP. Pulls it up. And the Warriors miss again. Here's Connect. Good D by Hield. And here's MP for 3. Gets it to fall. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical